Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to The Forgotten City episode 9. So, we have new quests. Basically, we need to try and find the 4 stolen plaques. We actually already have one of them, the Roma one, because we stole it from Octavia. It's not that one. What am I doing? Should be down here somewhere, Roman plaque. So that's the one we got. So there's a Roman plaque, there's a Greek one, an Egyptian one, then there's a mystery one, which might only become apparent in terms of where it might be once we actually know, well, once we actually have the other 3, basically. So we spoke to Georgios about the Greek one, but I don't think... Did he really know where it was? I'm not entirely sure, I can't remember. But fortunately there will be various things that we can do. Let me just show that one up, make sure that's active. I need to remember, how do I actually reveal waypoints again? I can't remember. But we do know that Aurelia might know something about one of these plaques, because Kabash, the Egyptian, I've had one of them. Oh, everyone's in here.
A bit troubled there.
Still no sign of Scintilla, and I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Yeah, but I keep thinking, what if there is something I can do? What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that for the gods. Try to relax, get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
I suppose you're right.
Yes, indeed. Galeria's being the voice of reason there. Alright, so I wasn't actually expecting to find all of these people here, but I guess this is where they live, in this kind of slum area, most of them. Alright, you know, we could talk to Rufius at some point about whether he knows anything about old Virgil.
Handsome.
No, don't you give me that again, please. Ricius, how you doing? I kind of want to talk to you.
What is it, citizen?
I'm just wondering... Okay, never mind. He hasn't got anything.
All right.
I just wonder if he had anything new. Alright, do we talk to Aurelia then? Sure.
Oh, do us all a favour and drink hemlock, cap at murder.
No, she's not going to talk to me at all. Well, thank you for calling me handsome a moment ago, though. But I know I'm onto your game. I know you're a manipulative little sod along with Malleolus. Alright, Kabash. Where would Kabash's room be? What about her? Does she know? Livia?
Friend, you have given me hope. May you follow in the footsteps of Hercules and return to the light of day.
Damn it, she ain't got anything. I was hoping maybe she'd tell us, you know, Kabash. What's that, his room? Did we go up here?
Horatius?
Oh.
Looking a bit troubled there.
This is,
Still no sign of Scintilla.
He's talking about Scintilla again. This is Horatius' room. What am I doing? Don't want to be in there. Kabash. Where would Kabash's room be? Oh. Ah, note from Kabash. A dream diary from Kabash in which he describes his recurring dreams about a stranger named Kirti. Charon. Kabash to Kabash. I told Lucretia about the dreams I've been having and she said it might help her divine their meaning if I wrote them down. Happened again last night. The man by the river was there, as always, his face shrouded in shadow from that peculiar ram headdress. Once again, he introduced himself as Kirti and told me he'd drag me from the river. He seemed to smirk as he said his name, as if it meant something I could not understand. Indeed, the name rings a bell, but I cannot for the life of me remember where I heard it. I do not think I will sleep sound again until I know. Who is Kirti? No other pages on that. Alright, so this has got to be Kabash's room, right? Carving of a lion, yeah, it's a sphinx. And they said that Kabash was Egyptian. Ooh. Something I can inspect then? The vase. Strange old vase. Vase even. Painted with geometric shapes. It's definitely not Roman. I wonder where this came from. From Egypt, maybe? Or somewhere else? Okay, carving of a lion. Can't look at anything else. Just another vase. You know, why does it have the drag option? I feel like at no point have I ever needed to drag something around in order to examine what it actually is, but... Kabash. Ooh. Anything else in here? Just another weird little room with all these golden statues. Door doesn't open. What's across the way over here? Whose room is this? Ooh. Incomplete note. Figure out who's owning Virgil. Incomplete written note addressed to Sinner. This is your final warning. This is Rufius's room. Okay, so it's Rufius. Investigate. Okay, well we've done that. Oh god, is it time for the thing? The thingy bobber? Circular stone disc with a symbol of a fish carved into it. Oh boy. Stone carving. Phallic charm. Oh my. Well, you know, ancient people, they were like that. They weren't exactly very subtle, were they? Right, we don't want to steal anything. Right, the male citizens are all leaving. We know who, oh god. Well, apparently Decius has teleportation powers, right? If we stick around here, we'll be right by the portal when it opens. Kind of want to keep an eye on you, Aurelia. I want to see what your deal is if you do it. But then again, I don't know. Graffiti, let the buyer beware. So Aurelia's just down here doing her thing. They're still moving off in that direction. It's going to be the election, see. We've gone through another day cycle. Right, well, no sign of Kabash's thing up there, but it is a good time to examine around. So, this has got to be Kabash's room, but there's no sign of a plaque or anything in here. This is like hidden really well, but no, cannot look in the drawers, nothing like that, no. No. Well, if we go through another cycle, we might be able to talk to Aurelia again. So Livia's still here, and Aurelia's still here. I want to see if the Golden Rule triggers whilst they're at the election. Because it could be Demetrius moving to attack Sentius, but I'm not sure. That's the thing. Still this.
As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius. Stasius.
Malleolus.
Galerius.
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Rufius.
Malleolus.
And finally, Domitius.
Malleolus. Who else?
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurgi.
So it's just the same as
Hail,
before.
Magistrate Malleolus. I said, hail, Magistrate Malleolus.
This is just going to go down the same way as before, I think.
That's more
Let me just go back to these two over here. I wonder if their subtitles will keep playing out at the bottom of the screen even though I'm way off. And they're still here. They're not doing anything. I wonder if... Where are the other female characters though? Octavia and... I don't know. Okay, they're still going on. They're still doing that. It's not triggered yet. Sentia, are you still in here? That's what I'm curious about. Yeah, she's still there. She's not done anything either. Or not doing anything anyway. Octavia is the one I've not accounted for here. Unless she's still back at that shrine in the caves. Okay, now they're doing the same thing again.
I have committed no crimes. This is madness.
His sentence: to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius. Here and now for your entertainment.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Wait, I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken.
Is it going to trigger at this point?
I enjoy killing you, old man.
Right, so it triggers... Okay. I see. Oh god.
The sins of the one.
Use my freaking dodge abilities. Whoa. Okay, so it triggers whenever the election reaches that point. Interesting. I mean, I think we already figured that out, but it was good just to kind of get a confirmation of that. Right, Sentius, here he is. He's with us, that's good. He comes over here and triggers the thing. Whoa. You just went over there, did you? Activate the thing for me, please. There we go. I'm out of here. Alright, so now we've reset to another day. Okie-doke, okie-doke. So this time Aurelia won't be familiar with us, so we can probably talk to her this time and try and figure out Kabash, because there's nothing there to do with anything to do with the plaque there, so I think we're going to need to talk to her, because that's what they've said. Alright, reset once again. What cycle am I on now? I have no idea. Right. Okay. I'm going to talk to Galerius once more. Don't need to listen to this, because he always says...
Salve, friend.
I need you to take care of some things urgently. Oh. Yulia's dying, but the creature can't help her without the Sylphium. Take some of it and go quickly. Oh, hell. Oh, shit. This has changed. Well, I have some Sylphium. I can always help Yulia if necessary. Stop Fabia.
Right, let me see. Stop Fabia.
Right. Okay, we can actually do both.
Yulia? Oh no. Alright, I can do that.
Okay, you can do both of them. That's fine.
I'll go. But once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how...
Yeah, that's fine. We know, we know. Right, Aurelia, I'm going to come to you next. I'm going to talk to you. Having said that, will Livia have reset? Oh, hello. You're here, apparently. Well, let's corner you whilst you're here in the passage and not behind your bar.
You're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too...
Yeah.
There's a light.
It's charming, you're beautiful. Oh, stop it. No, please go on. Not interested, sorry. Don't waste your breath, I know you're a horrible person. That's going to put her back up. Sorry, not interested.
Oh, I see. You prefer the company of men.
Wow, that's a leap to... but
Maybe
okay.
you should go and make friends with Virgil instead.
Well, fine, maybe I will.
Take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
Oh, she's a right piece of work. Looking for Kabash, have you seen him?
Not for a few weeks now. Last time I saw him, he was sitting at a table with Georgius, whispering about some job. I remember because they kept looking over their shoulders as if they didn't want anyone else to know. So, naturally, I hovered. The one word I kept hearing was vanishing, and then, the next day, Kabash just disappeared.
Kabash, as that's pronounced.
I think not.
It's like the meme, that. Alright, I'll be going now.
Alright, see ya.
God, well, you are a piece of work, aren't you? I know what you did to friggin' Yulia. Oh, you having a bit of trouble there, Livia? She can't get past me because I'm stood right in the doorway. Alright, so we talk to Georgius then, I guess. He might know a bit more. So he might actually have information about both the Greek and the Egyptian plaques. So basically, yeah, so we have pretty much confirmed. It's like we're doing it scientifically, basically, ladies and gentlemen. We've confirmed that basically what happens is that the Golden Rule breaks when it's the election. That's all. Why is there a... Huh. A thing I can climb there. What's that about? Weird. Can I not... Okay, I can. What's at the top of this column? Something up here? Oh! Wow! Okay, sure. Thank you. Good lord, bit of treasure, I guess. Found a little secret. Aren't I just pro? Oh god, I need to be careful getting down here. Right, put my bow away. Don't need it out at the moment. Oh, is that more Griffin? Oh! Something about Scintilla. Translate, Ulpius loved Scintilla, corrected to Ulpius killed Scintilla. Oh. You can talk to Ulpius about Scintilla then, as well. See if we can avert his suicide, I don't know. We've still got to figure out how to get him out of the jail, though. Because he's got a plaque, actually, hasn't he? Or something. Yeah.
Hello?
It's alright, I've talked to you before. Don't need to talk to you again. Even though he won't recognise me. Georgius, oh god. As long as the frame rate doesn't cause problems. We need to talk to Rufius as well. Sort him out.
Greetings and salutations.
How you doing, Georgius?
Greetings. I'm Georgius.
No.
My friend, you're...
Yeah. Over Kabash, and I heard you were one of the last people to see him.
Making you a bow. But why? You know why.
They hear Virgil and Decius in the background.
I knew this day would come. I do not wish to lie to you, my friend, but even discussing this matter is dangerous. Please, let us leave the live coals safely beneath the ash.
No, I kinda need the information. You can trust me. We foreigners have to stick together, remember?
Very well. But the magistrate would not look kindly upon this, so please keep it to yourself. For several months now, I have been sneaking out at night to worship the gods of my ancestors in the temple of Demeter.
The Greek gods,
Each
not the
day,
Roman ones,
I
okay.
make offerings of food, in the hope that we may have a bountiful harvest. And yet the next day, when I return, the food is missing.
How's that a problem? What do you mean, how's that a problem? Clearly because it's missing. How strange.
So I ask, who or what is devouring the food in this temple? Stranger still. Once I sat in front of my shop like the 100-eyed Argus until dawn to see if I could spot a thief going in. But do you know what I saw?
Let me guess, nothing. No idea. Animals? Someone who'd been drinking? Well, I was about to say, are there animals here, but I can hear a bird. I've no idea. I guess.
Nothing. Nobody entered.
I had a feeling he was going to say
When I went
nothing.
to take a look, my offering was gone. It is bizarre, is it not? When I told my friend Kabash of this at the tavern, he offered to help investigate. He went in, and to my dismay, he was never seen again.
So search the Greek temple. Where is the Temple of Demeter?
It is the only Greek temple in the city. Head towards the baths, and it is the last building on
Okay,
your
so it's
right.
right here, pretty much. I'm off to the Temple of Demeter, then.
I do not think you should pursue this, my friend. It would break my heart to be responsible for 2 people disappearing. But you do not strike me as a kind of person to be deterred by such warnings, so just be careful, I beg you.
Don't you worry. You got a lot of concern for me, and that's absolutely lovely of you. Alright, I haven't seen Galerius around anywhere. I don't want to talk to you over there, Decius. I want to go and have a look at this temple. Oh, wait. No, actually, no, I need to talk to Rufius, not Virgil. He said the last temple on the right. Oh, there's the Shrine of Fabia. Shrine of Fabia. The shrine that Fabia originally was going to go into, but... whoa! Please! Frame rate. Be reasonable. Is this the Temple of Demeter over here? Oh. It's a bit of a wreck in here, isn't it? Greek sculpture of a young boy's head. This is a Greek one, so I'm assuming it's all Greek. Yeah, Greek vase even painted with people in geometric shapes. Okay. So Kabash apparently went in here. Well, sculpture of an unknown Greek general, his helmet pulled up off his head. Another vase. Okay. What's it? Greek statue of a woman. Is this Demeter? Greek statue probably of the goddess to whom this temple is dedicated. Perhaps a local Greek resident knows more about her. Oh, so is this not Demeter then? Maybe I've turned right. Oh. Nope, this is the right one. Okay. Oil lamp. Looks like someone has been through here recently. Yeah, it's lit. I'm just going to say, alright, give me this bow in case I need it. In case there's bad boys row down here. As long as the game doesn't lag out on me. Come on. Hit a loading screen, ladies and gentlemen. Hold it. Hold your horses. Oh, it's thinking about it. Oh, it's thinking about it. Oh, lordy. Oh, lord, it's thinking about it. Hold on. Hold up. Oh, God, like, I literally cannot do anything. Shit. God, it's like the frame rate spiking all over the place. What is happening? Game. Do. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. God, that was a loading screen in a bit, wasn't it? Crumbling Greek sculpture of a woman. Clearly this has been here a long time. Go on, don't frame rate spike on me now after you just had a big loading opportunity like that. Go, you can definitely tell this was a Skyrim mod back in the day. So this over here. Oh, a lyre. A Greek lyre played by being strummed with a plectrum. Bits of statue. Another bust. Greek sculpture of a young boy's head. There's a lot of Greek things down here. Crumbling Greek sculpture of a woman. Clearly it's been here a long time. Another lyre. More statue bits. Boxes. Hello? Is there anyone down here? Kabash? Are you hiding down here somewhere? Oh. That's a long way down. I don't think we want to go down there. We just want to keep pushing forward, that's all. Hello. Oh my lord. Who the hell are you? What is going on in this place? Who's this old man down here in this weird cavern? All this weird shit. Game, stop lagging. Oh, archaeologist has got an achievement. Discover what lies beneath the city. Fantastic. I guess it's all kind of like a one-way path, but hello.
Come and join me by the fire.
Let's talk, I guess.
Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
Hair glute fact face. Sure, let's be kind. No reason to suspect he's definitely, you know, no reason to suspect that he's some kind of evil, monstrous demon or something.
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
You're not going to introduce yourself? I found this place by accident. I'm looking for a plaque that was removed from the obelisk. I'm looking for Kabash. I'd rather not say. I mean, plaque is the ultimate objective. Or do we play that close to our chest and just say we're looking for Kabash?
Ah, Kabash. I know this man. He came through here some weeks ago. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I've been living down here alone for many years.
Jeez.
With nobody to talk to but myself.
Years?
The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute.
Okay.
I'm hoping that person is you. Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name?
Well, I have a suspicion who it might be. Pluto, yeah. I was going to say, because Aquitia talked about him. I was going to say, if you've been down here for several years, you must be suffering from some real vitamin D deficiencies, right?
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
Okay. If I have to, I'll pass. Sounds easy enough. Yeah, let's just be cocky about it. If I have to, I'll pass. Go on then.
Wonderful. Then let me begin with a question.
What does I now fail this?
Know the difference between right and wrong?
Yes, I'm not sure it's a complex question or it's not something I often think about. I mean, complex question. I guess that's what we've discovered really from being here.
You are an overthinker too. We're the same then. It is probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the golden rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult.
Yeah, it is. Indeed.
Well, that's reassuring. And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable, because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think about.
So if you can hear me gulping water.
But under the golden rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
I think what you mean is, actually, yes, this is a good question, because I was about to say there are certain things which everyone above thinks are wrong and break the golden rule, but which we know for a fact don't actually break it. So, yes, question is, right and wrong according to whom? Whose version of right and wrong?
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct?
I would say no.
Which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
No. No. I would say, I would say most moral codes are useful, but they won't be applicable in every situation. It's interesting because as an academic, I'm talking IRL here, about my actual job, you know, when I sit in the seminar room and we do like ethics debates, things like that, there's always more than one perspective, you know, like utilitarianism versus, or say, deontology or virtue ethics and things like this, and they all have little differences. You know, like utilitarianism is... Hang on, which one was utilitarianism? It was the one where do what makes you sort of... oh, come on, what was it? The one that has, like, the best output? Something like that, wasn't it? Utilitarianism. This is the point where I get them confused now in my head. Whereas I think it's like deontology is the one that says that actions themselves have a moral value, things like that. Right, so he is asking, is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you can follow in every... I don't think so.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
I think there's no such thing as a correct morality. I suppose we just haven't figured it out yet. What do he says to this second one?
So is it up to each of us to decide what right and wrong mean to us individually? Or must we simply follow the laws and customs of whichever community we're in?
Feels like that's almost getting a bit of like moral relativism. You know, the idea that there's no sort of objective universal morality. We need to follow the laws and customs. I think we need to decide for ourselves. Wait, I want to change my answer. No, I don't want to change any of my answers. Decide for ourselves.
So if a man feels that stoning to death his unfaithful wife is right, then is it right?
No, that's absurd.
I agree. But why? Didn't you just say right and wrong depends on the individual?
It's true, that's true. If he feels it's right to kill his wife, then he's confused or sick.
I see. So you get to decide right and wrong. The people who see things differently are not allowed.
Interesting.
What makes you special?
Empathy is the cornerstone of human morality. Interesting. You know what? Let's fight our corner here. Let's not back down from this and just say, okay, I see what you mean. Let's say empathy. Go on.
Empathy? The emotion? Let me ask you this. Imagine you were forced to choose between the death of your beloved spouse.
I'm assuming this whole conversation is going somewhere.
Two innocent strangers. Knowing there will be no legal consequences, who would you mark for death?
Ooh, the two strangers or my spouse? I mean, there's a lot of factors that would go into this one, but interesting. So do you go with the whole sort of pragmatic approach of, well, I can't just kill two people for one? Or do you sort of say that, well, they're strangers to me, they mean nothing to me, whereas my spouse has an emotional value? Yeah, interesting. I feel there's no kind of straightforward right or wrong answer here. I say the strangers.
Of course, everyone would. Our empathy, like a siren song calling us away from our true path, would lure us toward the greater evil. Can such a beguiling thing be a reliable cornerstone for anything, let alone the perfect moral code?
I suppose not. What's your point?
My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
This conversation certainly has brought us, you know, to this point. Fair point. I'm not sure about that. What about do not kill? Well, again, do not kill. That's not a hard and fast rule, depending on your moral code, is it? It's one of those things, you know, if you saw... if you say, like, we're in public... sorry, no, that's actually a really bad example. You know, let's say you're a soldier in the army and your state is attacked and existentially threatened. You know, that's a situation where the commandment, you know, thou shalt not kill, things like that, that takes a backseat. I think it's a fair point.
If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them.
There's always a loophole,
I
guess.
We must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under
Yes.
tyranny is no utopia at all.
You know what? I see where you're coming from. I very much agree with that. You know, you look at all the sort of... You know, I'm just thinking like throughout history. You know, fascism, communism, the big political ideologies which sought to kind of create their own utopias. But realistically, the way they see it, the only way you can do that is through authoritarian tyranny to stamp out any sort of opposition. But the problem is, you then reach that paradox of the moment you engage in that authoritarian tyranny, are you a utopia anymore? You're not. I do agree with you about that. Not sure about that. I think you're wrong. No, I agree.
I'm glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
Well, I'm glad I could help you. Well, you know what? Let's talk.
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story.
I'm listening.
I'm
Fraser Crane.
At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night, I found myself in a tavern in an argument with a drunk mercenary. It became heated. He drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life.
And here you are.
I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
Wait. So, to live out your days hidden from Hades' tyranny. So, hang on, are you saying that down here you might be protected from the Golden Rule, potentially? No, that can't be it, right? Hades, you mean Pluto?
They're one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him
You're Greek,
Hades.
yeah. Okay, why can't you return to the surface?
My generation was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here. I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again.
So you've survived, I'm assuming, Golden Rule breaks in the past? By hiding in here? Is that what... Am I sort of interpreting that correctly? Interpreting? Why can't you tell me your name?
I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
Okay, where's everyone else?
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years.
Curious. I just found it curious that he says his friends passed away. I thought we were sort of in the underworld already, so it's like even in the underworld you can die, even though you're already dead. Right, weird. Unless it means something else by passed away. Maybe they found a way out, who knows. Have you survived down here?
Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation. So I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner.
Okay, interesting stuff. Yeah, I was about to say, when he talked about fresh fish, that actually reminds me of a book I read. I think was it called Madhouse at the End of the Earth, which was about the Belgian Antarctic expedition in the sort of, what was it? Was it like late 19th century. It was like 1890 something, whenever it was, 1880, 1890 something. And one of the big challenges they always had there was the diet, because of course they got trapped in the Antarctic ice in their ship. I mean, it's a fascinating voyage. Roald Amundsen, the Norwegian explorer, he was actually part of it. It was an early one that he went on. And, yeah, one of the big challenges, of course, is that in, the polar regions of the Earth, Antarctica included, during the winter months, you just have, like, constant darkness. There's no sunlight. And so then, if you go for, like, months and months on end without sunlight, you can end up with vitamin D deficiencies, which can affect your health. And one of the things they actually discovered during that voyage was that in order to get their vitamins, they had to eat raw seal meat. Something like that. It was something like that. Sorry, little digression, but I thought it was interesting.
As you
Do
wish.
you know a way out of here?
If I did, would I be living like this?
Just asking. Fair point. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Did we not discuss it at length already? Oh, I see. You're toying with me.
Wow, suddenly he doesn't like me as much anymore. Do you know I can find a plaque that was removed from the obelisk? I'm going to find Kabash.
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile.
Oh.
To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know.
Very well.
Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the shrine of Persephone became the shrine of Proserpine. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
I'm with you so far. I'm not going to say, what does it have to do with Kabash? Let's not hurry him along.
However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older
he knows.
An Egyptian inscription.
What did it say? How did it get here?
We had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail.
Indeed, indeed. What's in there?
There are certain things you must see for yourself. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate.
Okay, I got a key for the catacombs. Sure. I'll be going now, I guess, then.
Enjoyed our chat, but please, keep my presence here a secret.
Yeah, I'll keep it a secret, don't you worry. Alright, I will. There we go. Well, that was an interesting little exchange. Kind of took up most of the episode, but that's fine by me. I think we'll actually wrap up here for this one. We'll make that a good little episode there. We'll check out the catacombs and see what is going on down there and see if we can find Kabash in the next part, ladies and gents. So Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with the links to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated. Other than that, this is John Red signing off. Goodbye, everybody. It's like one of those maintenance accesses. Hello. West of the rail. Yeah, the carriages are all over the place here. What's going on? Looks like a driver had a bit of an accident. Maybe friggin' disintegrator that the controls. Oh, that could be something. Maybe that was supposed to find. There's a signal box up there. Here it is, see? Look. Right, now we need to do the thing, don't we? Find the frequency. Oh, wow, got it first time. Look at that. What a pro. Oh, yeah, Stephen.
Listen, I need you to get to the junction box, see if there's a phone. No, stay back, don't come up here! Oh, Christ.